overcome such a lack of production offensively?
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Heat out front, opening up a huge gap. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. I'm here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, what a...
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, how about that?
And the new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Lopez. Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Porzingis. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Calderon in for Langston Galloway. On the court for the Heat, Freak, he's in at the point. Winslow is out there with Stoudemire. Then there's Chris Anderson, and it's Green in at the 2 spot. 5 on the clock. Anthony's shot is off.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new... offense and a bad knee, it did. Happen.
Calderon kicks to Williams. There's a screen. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Winslow with it, working on O'Quinn. And here's Freak. He's got 15. Shot clock at 5. Winslow dishes to Stoudemire, and good on the basket. Book it.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
The Knicks making a switch here. Galloway's checked in. Knicks last season had a lot of problems here in Manhattan, and it showed all over the floor, Greg. And you played for this team. You know what it's like to play basketball in New York. Not a good record for them at home last year.
How about finishing 10 and 31 here and playing in front of a sold-out crowd every night? And one thing about New York, they're going to let you know when they're displeased. Worst home record in the East and second worst home record in the league.
Green kicks to Freak. Miami needs to get a shot off. Winslow. No good on the 3.
But sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing. On that possession, they were all over him on the perimeter.
And, you know, for the Knicks, there were a lot of reasons why they were bad at home. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage against at home field goal defense, and third worst field goal percentage at home in the league.
64.
23 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Freak. And Galloway pulls it down. Galloway has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Kicks it to Seraphin. 2 on the clock. No good off the back of the rim. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Miami ahead, up 19. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. New York, Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Amundsen comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And it's Williams in for Langston Galloway. Freaks checked in for the Heat. They've got Amundsen. Anthony out there with Derek Williams. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the 5 for New York right now. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shots.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
There's Freak. Miami no good on that time either. Knicks trail by 18. Lopez, a screen on Bosch. Here's Galloway. He's guarded by Dragic. Lopez passes to Williams. Here's Aflalo. And it's Miami with the rebound. Tang's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Heat.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA. To push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch,
It
too.
sure is. It sure is.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still 2 more to go in the season series.
Hard to say now how the final 2 games between them will play out, Greg, but one thing's certain. I mean, they're going to go at each other. This has become a very intense matchup.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Goran Dragic. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
The dish to Freak. Good ball movement here by Miami. Dragic kicks to Freak.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for New York.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
All right, come on, let's lock it up, fellas. Lock it up.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. Now here's Calderon. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's it.
Chris,
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunning. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Ken.
What a life, eh, Freak? 1 minute you're playing 21 and horse on the courts in Harlem, and the next moment you're in the showroom, configuring the gunmetal and graphite exterior of your luxury car and your iPad mini.